Hello everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today I have another Christmas card for you guys using the Night in Bethlehem bundle. So I'm using the stamp set as well as the dies, and this is a pretty spectacular card. This has some embossing. I'm using copper, soft suede, and whisper white. So let's go ahead and show you how I created this. I am using a thick piece of whisper white. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of our copper foil that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have a piece of regular whisper white that is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So it just gives you that smaller border, but is so elegant. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some of our stamping. I have my soft suede ink here. I have a scrap piece of paper. And I'm going to kind of create my background. So I'm going to ink up the stamp of the city. We're going to stamp off. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp on my whisper white layer. Okay, so you can see it's kind of got a little bit of a rough look to it from stamping it off, and that's exactly what I want. So now I'm going to re-ink that same stamp, okay, and I'm going to this time kind of shift it to the left a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to give that a little bit of a press. Looks good. Now you can see that there is a gap there, and that's okay because we're going to hide that with the embossing that we're going to do. So now I'm going to take that same stamp and ink it up in my Versamark. I have a little bit of a tone to my Versamark because I got some ink in it. This time I'm going to shift it to the right, and I'm going to kind of go over both of those stamps. Okay, so there we go. So now I'm going to open this up, and we are going to use the copper embossing powder. So I'm going to, whoops, pour that right on. I meant to use my embossing buddy and I forgot. I always forget to do that. I of course did it on my original when I wasn't recording. Looks pretty good. Okay, so we're going to gather up our paper here, put our powder back in our container. Otherwise I'll have it all over my desk, which I still might. Close this up. Okay, I'm going to bring in my heat tool, and we are going to emboss. I'm going to put it on the high setting. We have a gorgeous background already. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp the Blessed Christmas Wishes in the Versamark as well. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that about here. Okay, same thing. I'm going to open up my paper to catch my powder. Embossing powder is awesome, and you get such a value with it because it lasts forever. You only need a little bit, and it's so dramatic for your cards. So it's always something to keep in mind. I like using it definitely at the holidays. So I think we're done with our paper, so I'm going to move that aside. That's a little bit distracting. Now we're going to open up that soft suede again. Actually, let me bring that back for the background. I'm going to do the stars in the soft suede, and we are going to stamp those just sporadically here. And I'm even going to put some here along the bottom. And I'm going to bring some more in this upper corner there. Okay? And then we are going to die cut the star. We're going to do that in the copper. So let me grab my Big Shot and we will show you how to do that. Here's my handy Big Shot. I have my magnetic platform in there. I have a piece of copper and I just need my die. Here we go. I'm going to run that through. And that's really, we are going to use the Big Shot one more time to cut our other pieces, but right now we'll use our star. So we're going to put the star on with a glue dot. Just going to put that in the center. And we're going to lay that right there. Okay, so we're getting much closer here. Let's go ahead and adhere our layers. Put those together. So I'm going to get some fast fuse. We're going to put that around each corner. Go ahead and add some fast fuse to the back of that copper foil. Now I typically don't use this amount of foil, but for a special occasion and a special card, you know, it's nice. It really does give you that elegant look, and it's a beautiful touch. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this a crease here. All right, and then we're going to stamp 2 more images, and that of course is, whoops, wrong one. I'm inking those up in the soft suede. We're going to stamp that there. I'm going to switch blocks here, and we're going to get our little shepherd. I'm going to ink him up in the soft suede as well, and then we're just going to die cut those and adhere those to our card, and then we'll be done. So even with that embossing, that came out pretty quickly. Let me bring in my Big Shot one more time. I'm going to go ahead and stick my paper in there. With the magnetic platform, it is so easy to line things up because of the magnet. Okay, let's run that through. Okay, get that Big Shot out of our way. We will pop these out. Okay, so I have my 2 there. I'm just going to add some adhesive to the back of those. And then I'm going to kind of line those up right here along the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to line this one up here. Just like that. And that completes our card. And if you want to continue getting fancy and embossing, you can see I stamped the stars and the Versamark on my envelope. And I've embossed those there as well. So I do thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to being back with you real soon. If you'd like to purchase any of today's supplies, you can find those in the supply list in the description of the video. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.